Hello and welcome to all-in-one SEO platform, SE Ranking. In this video, we'll focus on what you need to do to start working with the system and what specific steps you need to take to create a new project. Alright, so to add your first project to SE Ranking, you need to either click the corresponding button on the right side of the top horizontal navigation bar, or click the button that's located right above the graphs on the projects page over here. Once you're in, the first thing you need to do here under the general information section is enter the URL address of your website and give your project a name. So just type your website's URL address into the website URL field. By the way, besides being able to analyze websites, you can also enter the URL address of a YouTube video or channel. Doing so will enable you to check that videos or channels rankings both on Google and on YouTube. Next, select the domain type. This option lets the system know what exactly needs to be analyzed: the entire domain with subdomains, the domain without subdomains, or the exact URL. If you go for the first option, domain with subdomains, the system will track the rankings of the indicated domain's pages along with all of its subdomains. If you go for the domain without subdomains option, the system will only track the rankings of the indicated domain's pages without taking any subdomains into account. And if you choose the exact URL option, the rankings of a specific web page will be tracked. Note that if you are tracking the rankings of a YouTube video or channel, select the exact URL option. Now, as soon as you enter the website URL, its value will automatically populate the project name field. The name of your project will then be displayed on the main dashboard on the projects page. But of course, you can change it at any time using any language, symbol, or character. To make it easier to work with projects, you can group them together. For example, you can group them by client, responsible manager, or by another common characteristic. Moving on to the search range. Here, you need to select how many search results the system needs to analyze when checking keyword rankings: 100 or 200. If you choose a search range of 100, the system will go through the top 10 SERPs, as in the top 100 search results. And if you choose 200, SE Ranking will analyze the top 20 SERPs, as in the top 200 search results. In the vast majority of cases, a search range of 100 will be enough because the search results that lie beyond the top 100 search results are mostly irrelevant. If, however, you have a brand new website, or if you need to diligently keep track of your website's ranking dynamics, select a search range of 200. If you want to give your client or managers access to the project, you can do so here. Just choose client account if you want your client to have direct access to project data without having the opportunity to edit anything. And choose manager account to give your teammates the opportunity to not only view project data, but to edit it as well. If you want the system to automatically send weekly project reports to your inbox, enable this option here by toggling the switch. The report will automatically be sent to your registered inbox every week on the day when you created the project. So if you created your project on Tuesday, you will get your project reports every Tuesday. If you need us to send project reports to a different email address, if you want to include your teammates or clients in the mailing list, or if you want to change the reporting day, you can easily do so under Scheduled Reports in the Report Builder module once you finish creating your project. Another option we have on the general info page is the website audit report. You are free to decide if you want to run it automatically or manually. I want to point out that the total number of pages you can audit is limited by your chosen subscription plan. So by disabling this option, you'll have more control over your account limit spendings. But even if you do disable it, you can always launch the audit manually when needed. Finally, if you don't need to track the rankings data of one of your projects at any point in time, you can simply make the project inactive. This is useful if, for example, it's a client website and that client has put your professional partnership on hold. That way, you won't have to delete the entire project only to add it again later on. All inactive projects can be found in a separate tab on the main dashboard, and you can reactivate them right there or from the project settings menu. If you have a trial account, note that keyword rankings are checked on a daily basis. Alright, now that we're done with the first step and have all the basic project info down, let's move on to the next step, which is adding a list of keywords that will be tracked in your project. There are several ways of adding keywords to a project in SE Ranking. First, they can be added manually. Just enter a list of keywords one by one with one search query per line, or copy a list of keywords from any text editor. Another option is using the Suggest Keywords feature. It allows you to add keywords that are relevant to your project in a single click. The system scans our vast keyword research database and selects keywords that your website already ranks for in search. And if that suggestion list doesn't do the trick for you, you can always expand it by entering a keyword or a competitor's domain. If you want to import a list of keywords, you can always pull your data from Google Analytics. Just connect your Google Analytics account to SE Ranking, which we'll get to in a minute, and all of your keywords will appear on the platform. And the last option for adding keywords to your project is either importing them from a CSV file or from another service along with rankings history data. To do this, select a platform you used for this in the past and follow the instructions. If you don't see the necessary platform in the list of available options, you can always contact our customer support team and they will be happy to help you transfer all of your data to SE Ranking. For trial accounts, you can track up to 250 keywords in a project. In paid accounts, the number of keywords that can be tracked depends on the chosen subscription plan. To make it easier for you to work with long lists of keywords, you can sort them by groups. To give you an idea, keywords can be grouped by promoted pages, topic, search volume, or any other characteristic. Now that all of the keywords have been added, you need to decide in what search engines and locations their rankings need to be tracked. SE Ranking can track keyword rankings in every major search engine, including Google and Google Mobile, Yandex and Yandex Mobile, Yahoo, Bing, and YouTube. As was mentioned earlier, to make the YouTube option active, you need to enter a link to a YouTube video or channel in the website URL field of the first project creation step. With the help of SE Ranking, you can check keyword rankings in any country or region with details down to the city or postal code level. We recommend choosing a target search region because search engines always determine the user's location and provide them with local search results. On top of that, you can indicate the browser interface language. This feature will come in handy if you are targeting a country whose residents speak different languages, like Belgium or Canada. Search results will vary depending on the selected interface language, which is why we recommend you choose one. Otherwise, your ranking results may not be accurate enough. You can also decide to take Google Maps search results into account. To do this, indicate the company name and telephone number here the same way they are indicated in your Google My Business profile. We also recommend you enable the display positions for organic and maps results separately option. When enabled, you will see your website's rankings in organic search and on Google Maps in the same cell. Besides being able to track organic rankings, you can track your site's Google Ads rankings too. By the way, you can add up to 3 search engines in trial accounts and up to 5 in paid accounts. SE Ranking's subscription cost already includes ranking checks in 5 regions for each keyword tracked in all of your projects. Now that we have added the keywords and have set up the search engines, let's move on to competitors. It's critically important to keep tabs on your competitors so that you can easily notice ranking jumps and drops, quickly analyze the situation, and make adjustments to your own promotional strategy. You are at liberty to add up to 5 competitors to each project and track their rankings for the same keywords you target in your own campaigns at no extra cost. So either manually enter a competitor domain or copy a list from any text editor. Just like in the keywords step, you can make use of the Suggest Competitors option to pull up a list of your competitors from our database. Here you can see websites that are ranking in the selected region for the same keywords as your website. Next to each website, you can see the total number of keywords that you and your competitor have in common. Once you identify the competitors that you want to keep an eye on, click the Add Competitors button. By the way, when selecting competitors, you can enter the URL address of any website other than your own. On top of that, you can change the search region and decide to take competitor subdomains into account when checking rankings. In the very last step, you can connect statistics and analytics services like Google Analytics and Google Search Console to your SE Ranking project. Connecting Google Analytics will allow you to view all analytical data on website traffic in a single interface, as well as add it to your automatic and manual summary reports. In turn, connecting Google Search Console will allow you to automatically upload website backlinks to your projects and track them. If you feel like skipping this step right now, you can always connect these tools later by going to the Analytics and Traffic module. Once you're done and are ready to start working with your new project, click Finish. Alright, you can now find your project on the main dashboard where you will also be able to find all of your other projects once you create more. With the help of the left-hand vertical navigation bar, you can quickly access the platform's main modules, or if you want to edit something, go to Project Settings. And that's it. If you have any questions about the platform, or if you need help picking a subscription plan, reach out to us via live chat. We are always ready to help you out. Don't forget to leave a like and sign up to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos on SERanking's other tools and features. Stay safe, and until next time.